Today we'll be talking about some interesting Premier League signings that have happened so far. Clubs have been cooking, and some signings have happened that are getting people excited for the season. The season starts next week. Is there any player that's been signed so far that you're excited for? Excited to see next week?
Uh, there are lots.
There are a
There
lot of them.
are, there are a lot of
They
them.
definitely are a lot of players that
Yeah,
have definitely
yeah,
come through and excited a lot of us. Some of them like
yeah,
Calafiori, some of the
yeah.
players like obviously I don't want to mention Omoro Dion because Chelsea fans might get might get shook. But let's dive in and talk about some of these players and also rank them. Let's take a look at some of the confirmed transfers so far.
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's start from Manchester United, Joshua Zirkzee. What do you think about this signing? I mean, 23 years old from Bologna,
Yeah.
36.5 million. That's not really a lot of money, right?
Not really. It's not really a lot of money, but I was thinking that my own thought would be that Manchester United need a solid striker that is better than the one they currently have,
Yeah.
right? You have a
Yeah.
case of Hoyland going on injuries and scored like maybe 16 goals last season, right? I
Yeah.
thought maybe they would go with someone that is like an upgrade, someone
Yeah.
like Rasmus Euler could learn from, right?
Oh,
Not someone,
like a veteran
yeah.
striker.
Even I know Manchester United, it feels like they're trying to go with the same young player policy, but sometimes if you see someone that is 27, 26, 27, and they are good enough, they
Yeah.
have enough experience. You just go for them. Zexi, if you look at his start, he wasn't bad last season in terms
Yeah.
of his average rating was 7.17,
Yeah.
right? He scored 11 goals, 4 assists,
Yeah.
not so bad, right? But at the same time, that I feel like that's almost the same thing as having Rasmus Hoyland, right? When you
Yeah.
compare the total goals in a season, 12, 6 assists, not far from Rasmus Hoyland that has about the same thing, around 16, right?
So
So to
yeah.
me,
Mhm.
yeah, I would say maybe an average signing. I don't know. Yeah.
You don't expect much from him
Yeah, it's an average signing. It will take some time to get up to speed, take some time to, yeah,
to really like get on the
to get it,
team,
yeah,
the
get the ground
tactics.
running and everything. But he's not far off from Rasmus Oilon.
Yeah,
That's
true.
my yeah thinking.
But
Yeah,
let's talk about. I mean, you spoke about a veteran. Let's talk about a veteran striker. Let's look at Niklas Fulkrug.
yeah,
Obviously coming from Dortmund to
yeah,
West Ham.
yeah.
West Ham, is this what they need? Like, do they need Fulkrug? Does Fulkrug fit in West Ham?
I mean, for 7 million, anybody will take fruit crude any day, anytime. Thinking
True.
of thinking of what he's done in the Euros, thinking of what he's done last season. Like he took
Yeah.
the Champions League final. It
Hmm.
was like really crazy, right? Last
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
was not a bad season for him.
Yeah.
And he has a good experience, right? For seven
Yes.
million.
Yes.
7 million, not
Hmm.
just 7 million, but he's going to West Ham. We need to also talk about this, right?
Yes.
He's going to,
Do you think he should have gone to another club and not West Ham? Should someone else have come for him?
yeah, if anybody wanted to come for him, why didn't they go for him, right?
Yeah.
No one went for him. Last season, he had like an average rating of like 7.2,
Hmm.
scored about how many goals? Not bad tally. Total
Yeah.
goals he scored last season was about 19 goals, 11 assists in all competitions.
Mm,
That is
interesting.
not a bad return.
So
He might,
where will you be placing him?
for West Ham, 7 million, 19 goals, 11 assists.
Yeah.
He's a good signing. If you have a column for great, maybe we should throw through Chrome there. Like really good, really good. That's good business from West Ham, I'll say.
Yeah, West Ham, they've really been busy in this window.
Yeah,
Like they're trying
yeah,
to cook. They're really
yeah.
trying to like
They've
I
not
don't know
they've
what's
not done
happening.
bad. They've not done bad.
Yeah,
Like
I think
even with their new manager and
yeah,
everything. Yeah,
Lopetegui has really come with this. Like I'm trying to bring in some players and I'm trying to
yeah,
go for stuff. If I can
yeah,
get get into some European competitions, that would be one of my goals coming into
yeah,
the season. So I can see him getting somebody that will give him goals, right?
yeah, yeah.
So, but Let's go to London. Let's talk about Tottenham. What do you think? Dominic Solanke.
I should be asking you what you think on this one. I don't want to be why I don't want to be bad because he was formerly from Chelsea Academy, right? So I don't
Yeah,
want to judge him unfairly. So I'll
yeah.
give it to you. Then it was
Honestly,
bought for 65 million.
65.
65.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I think based off of last season, right?
Yeah,
Solanke was cooking, right? I like the anime celebrations. I like everything I saw last season. When it comes to scoring goals,
yeah,
Solanke or Solanke as people pronounce his name will give you goals, right?
yeah,
He
yeah,
would be a great signing if
yeah,
he's in a team where they are supplying him the balls and all he has to
yeah.
do is score.
He
But
had
then
21 goals and 4
I mean,
assists last season.
he had a good season. He had a good last
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
Nobody can deny that. The
yeah,
only thing that I'm kind of iffy about is what happens if you're not able to convert. What other areas can you come in and cook? Right? Are you someone that can create chances? Right. So
yeah.
that's one of the areas that makes me feel iffy. So for this one, I don't know,
For the
man. I don't
money,
know.
and just
Yeah,
having one breakout season.
it's not enough. I just don't
Yeah,
feel it's enough to say he's a good signing. I would
yeah,
say average. I would say
average.
average in my own opinion.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
say average, but I'm expecting a lot from him though. I'm expecting
yeah.
him to do a lot coming into
And
next season for
for
sure.
people watching us, this is our opinion.
It's our opinion, right?
Yes, you might say he's a great
It's our
signing.
opinion.
That's fine,
Hmm.
right? But yeah, based on just one season being a breakout
It's not
season,
enough.
yeah,
We,
for
we
that
saw we
one,
saw a case of
for that,
Caicedo, right?
so it's a case of you're comparing one breakout season, the amount that is being paid, and the
Exactly.
club he's going to, what they
Hmm.
expect. Going to Tottenham, the expectation will not be low.
It's high.
Tottenham
It's
fans,
high.
their expectation is high too.
Yes.
65 million is a lot of money,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
65
it's a
million
lot.
is a lot.
It's a
Pounds
lot.
for that
It's a
matter.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you know what they say about price tags.
yeah,
High price tags come with high
more,
expectations,
more pressure.
right?
Yeah,
Comes with more
yeah,
pressure, right? But let's
yeah.
let's let's go to the red side of London. Ricardo Calafiori. This is like one solid,
For
defender.
42 million pounds.
Very physical for £2 million.
22 years.
22 is young, right?
Yeah.
Is young. I'm surprised a lot of I don't know. I'm surprised Chelsea did not sign him, as Chelsea loves to sign young players.
Just only sign kids. Then people below 20. No be surprised. Shit, maybe child trafficking they are doing there. No one knows what they are doing. So no one knows the strategy.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
we say about Chelsea. But what do you think? What do you think about him? Obviously, for
I think
me,
I think
good.
what do you think?
For
I
me,
think
good.
it's a good signing.
Yeah,
It's a good signing, an average of 7.28 last season, right? In the
yeah.
Serie A. And Serie A is not, how do I say it now?
It's not
No, that,
easy. Yeah,
yeah,
it's very physical.
yeah, yeah. And he had a lot of tackles in a game, 6 tackles per game on the average. So yeah, and then you compare, think about the way I like to look at it is you need to think about what the club needs.
Yes.
He's coming for 42 million.
Mm-hmm.
He's just 22 years.
Yeah.
He plays for his national team, Italy. Good
Mm-hmm.
experience there for his age.
He looked good in
Talk
the
ab-
Euros. Yeah.
Yes, he was good, excellent in the Euros. The only
Yeah.
good thing about Italy
Mm-hmm.
was this guy.
The
You talk,
Scalafiori. Yeah.
yeah, you talk about what Ateta needs, right?
Yeah.
Fits the bill. He can play Swiss Army knife type of player. He
Yeah.
can play like a left fullback. He can play as a left center back,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
maybe we might even try him in the middle of the pack. We don't know what
Yeah.
Arteta is doing, but so I think for us now, the price, where he's coming from,
Yes.
previous performance, he's been consistent in the last 2 seasons, not just one season. I think
Exactly.
it's a good signing for us
Yeah, I
now.
think I think it's a solid signing.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Chelsea, your team. They surprised us with this one, right? Out of all the signings that have happened, I did not expect Pedro Neto,
no
right?
one, no one expected
Neto is
Pedro.
one player that
Yeah,
I've really had eyes on in terms of his performance in
Yeah,
Wolves and how he
yeah,
has been playing. Right, last season
mm,
he was good. He was
yeah,
cooking. He was playing well. I
yeah,
liked him. I liked Wangi Chan. I liked what they were doing. Right, and I'm happy for Chelsea with this signing, but
yeah.
then again I'm like I'm shocked. I'm like I did not expect them to go for him.
Yeah, but he's a very good player. The only question mark everyone has is like, oh, this guy
Hmm.
is always injured. In the last 2 seasons, he struggled with injury.
That's true.
But
That's
when
true.
you think about the king of assists in the league is currently Kevin De Bruyne, obviously.
Yeah.
After Kevin De Bruyne,
Yeah.
Pedro Neto is next.
It's high.
It's high.
Chance creation and assist is
Yeah,
high.
like last season, if you even let's just check his stat. Last season alone,
Yeah.
he was just around for 29 games,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was around for
Yeah.
29
I'm
games.
sure you had a lot of assists.
He had 10 assists
That's
and
crazy.
three goals.
Mm-hmm.
9 assists in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
2 assists, 2 goals in the Premier League. 9 assists
Yeah.
in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
1 goal in the FA Cup, 1 assist in it. So it just shows that when
Mhm.
he's around, he has like an influence, and he's just in 20
Yes.
games. 20
Yes.
games, he had 11 goal involvements. 4 games in the FA Cup, he had 2 goals involvement. That means for
Yeah.
every one out of 2 games,
Yeah.
he always has an influence on the game, which is good.
Which is good.
Compared,
Yeah.
so
It's
you now
great.
talk about the club also. He
Mm-hmm.
signed for 54 million. What do
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea need? He can play on the left and the right,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you talk about Chelsea having currently,
Mm-hmm.
I won't want to use the word useless wingers, but winger,
No.
yes,
Terrible wingers. Extremely
especially
terrible.
the ones on the left,
Yes. Comparing it to Sterling,
Modric
Mudrik.
and Sterling. So he's an
They
upgrade.
don't, those guys don't give you anything on that left
He's
wing.
an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get so?
Yeah.
To me, I'll
Are
say
you, are,
he's a good
are you
signing.
talking about speed? Are you talking about dribbles?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Neto has all those things in addition, right?
yeah,
So yeah, I'm not surprised that yeah, Neto is a good signing for Chelsea. Like this is
yeah,
what Maresca needs to complete that squad,
yeah,
of whatever tactics he's trying to build, with
yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah.
So I think it's good. But yeah, let's go to the next player. Let's go to Samu Omoro Dion, right? Young, expected Chelsea to go for a young player.
Oh,
Young Samuel Moro Dion, 20 from Atletico, Atletico to Chelsea,
for
and also
35
going
million.
for
How much did they
35
buy
million
him?
pounds.
35 million. Oh my god. So the question I have is what
Hmm.
was like Paul with Stanley and the other sporting director?
Hmm.
What is their thinking behind signing on Morodion? Like I watch his videos. Like you know how people will put like 1 or 2 good clips about someone. He's
Yeah.
obviously playing for under 21s for Atletico. He's playing for another club. I've forgotten their name now. And I just feel like I was having nightmares seeing Lukaku all over again.
Why?
And
Why?
I'm like, is
Why
this
did you feel that way?
it's the same Lukaku moves? I didn't see any difference. I'm like, this is Lukaku, obviously. We saw Lukaku when he was 18 years old.
Yeah.
This is another Lukaku.
Mm,
Or there are some games where you felt like, oh, this is some Costa vibes.
mm-hmm.
There was few games where I watched that, like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy is behaving like Diego Costa, but
Yeah.
that's fine between last season.
Mm-hmm.
40
Yeah.
games. He played 40 games, 10
Yeah.
goals, 1 assist.
Mm,
Not bad. The big question is he an upgrade on Jackson? No. Jackson had more goals, far
yeah.
more goals, far more assists,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
he's not an upgrade on Jackson. Clearly, he's not what a veteran striker. Do
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? They could have spent that money well on maybe Nicolas Fulcrum, 7 million, and they're done up
But
front.
Chelsea has the age policy, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Age policy is a thing. So for
Yeah.
you, for Morodion, What will you be ranking on Mourinho?
I feel you should say something about Morogen. What do you think? I think is
I think
anything below bad is terrible to me.
I think just based on him being
Yeah,
unproven,
yeah,
I will see why
yeah.
he will
It's a
go
bad
for like
sign.
a bad signing because
Yes.
Chelsea is looking should be looking for somebody that should come in and make that impact, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody was thinking Osimhen. I was
yeah,
expecting to see Osimhen, right?
yeah.
But Omorojo might surprise a lot of people, right? Omorojo might surprise a lot of people, but so far there's not enough to say that he will be a good signing or an average signing, a good sign. So
It's a
for
bad
now,
signing for the club.
we just keep it as a bad
And
signing for the
why
club.
why I put it as a bad signing because they also
Mm-hmm.
signed an 18-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Magiu from Barcelona.
Mm, true.
So what's the difference? It's 2 years difference between these two guys.
True. That's true.
I've watched Magiu play in
Yeah.
preseason. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
He gave me a sort of the behavior of Aguero when Aguero was young.
Mm,
But
mm-hmm.
can't be King Aguero so fast. Like to become King
It
Aguero,
takes time.
it
It
takes
takes
time.
time.
You work.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah. So you
that's
just have to give the players time and see.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
let's move to Emil Smith Rowe. I mean,
It's an
didn't get
interesting one.
didn't get much
Yeah,
playing time last season under
yeah, yeah.
Ateta,
I have a
right?
lot of sympathy for him.
Yeah, but is this a good move for him? Is this a good move for him to Fulham?
Um, for the way I look
34
at
million
it,
pounds.
yeah, the way for the way I look at it, for young
Mm-hmm.
players,
Yeah,
sometimes the talent is there. He's
yeah,
extremely good. You
mm,
need They need that playing time to fully develop it and become like a maestro. A good example
mm-hmm.
in Arsenal currently is their captain, Odegaard.
Yeah,
Odegaard was in Real Madrid.
yeah,
What was the problem in Real Madrid? It's not like Odegaard wasn't good.
yeah,
He simply wasn't getting game time.
yes,
Wasn't getting game time. He felt like when he came on few times, like, oh, is this guy really good? Is this guy? There
yeah.
was
I
always
see what you're
question
saying.
mark. There was always injury.
Mm-hmm.
He moved away for game time and experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now Odegaard is something else.
Odegaard is cooking in that Arsenal
Yes.
midfield.
So I expect the same trajectory for Emil Smith Rowe. Is a good move. Is an excellent move for the player
Mm-hmm.
because there's a talent in there.
Yes.
High expectation from
Mm-hmm.
everyone, not just Arsenal fans, but even the fans that are not even Arsenal fans. We expect a lot from Emil Smith Rowe,
Yeah.
right? So it's a
Yeah.
good move for him.
Yeah. But
Right,
I would say is a loan deal not better for him? If you want to give him more play
right
time.
now, no, no, just move. I know that you
We
get
previously
that.
spoke about Ateta looking for squad depth, right?
Yeah,
Ateta, you're
yeah.
looking for squad depth. Why give out a
Are you
player like
spreading
Smith
your
Rowe?
academy?
Yeah, why sell Smith Rowe? Why not loan him out, let him improve, get that play time, and then bring him back?
But really, will he bench their captain Odegaard?
He won't now, but sometimes if you're playing in multiple competitions, you need to rest people,
You need to
right?
raise the captain.
You need to rest people, right? Like Smith Rowe is a good squad player for us now. He's a good squad player. But I mean,
But currently in his career, he doesn't
mhm,
need to be a squad player. He needs to play regularly to improve. There's that last
yeah.
bit of his game that is not there yet.
Mm,
He needs to improve.
true, true.
Yeah,
So for this, what we
yeah.
say, average.
Average, average. Yeah,
I think with that playtime,
yeah,
maybe his game might upgrade a little bit more, and
yeah,
then he might come back and do better. So
yeah,
let's anyway. Aston Villa, they've come in with some signings, but one standout is definitely Amadou Onana. Onana
exactly.
is one solid player,
Yeah.
right?
I know you
Big
like
loss,
Onana.
yeah, big loss for Everton. Honestly, big loss for Everton. Huge gain for Aston Villa for
Yeah,
sure.
they need to balance
Right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about him? I mean, lots to say because
Um, Onan,
I
Onana
mean, he
is
gets
someone
Champions League football, so
a
that's good too.
Champions League football. Good for him, right?
Good for him. Yeah, he gets to.
There is just 22
Mhm.
years. There's a huge talent there.
Exactly.
Last season, he averaged 7.02 in terms of games,
Mm-hmm.
3 goals, 2 assists, tackles per game.
Mm-hmm.
Not so bad. Not bad for like a defensive midfielder, a midfielder
Yeah.
generally. So, and when he plays for Belgium, he's different class, right?
Yeah.
So for yeah, I'll leave you to rank Onana.
Yeah, man, if you leave me to Ragonana, you know where I'll place him. I'll place him as a good signing.
He's a good
It's
signing.
a good signing. I
He's a
think
good signing.
I think this is
For
I mean,
Aston Villa, is a good signing for Aston Villa since they've lost Douglas Luiz.
yeah, he's not a direct replacement for Douglas Luiz,
Yes,
but
yes,
it's
but
good to come into
in
that
the middle
midfield
of that
and
pack,
exactly and
yeah.
just
So
make it very, solid. So I
yeah,
think this is a huge gain for Aston Villa, huge loss for Everton.
yeah, yeah.
Let's wrap this up with Lenny Euro, Manchester United,
I love
18
this
years
defense, man.
old.
Yeah,
Um,
I love
obviously,
him. His abilities, the
yeah,
abilities he has for his age, is remarkable.
very promising.
Remarkable. Like
Mm,
huge. He's not just saying someone is a huge talent. I,
mm-hmm.
like the preseason games, I watched Manchester United preseason games, the
Yeah.
games he played with, and he was good. Maybe just
Mm,
one wobbly moment, but that's normal. Even veterans have wobbly
their
moments,
moments, exactly.
right? But for an 18-year-old
Mm,
playing like that in defense,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what Manchester United have a diamond. I just
Mm,
it's a diamond. Like you get what I'm saying.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I totally love the player. I've loved
Yeah.
him this season. Obviously, we've not few games I've watched of him have been
Mm-hmm.
good, right? And the tackles per game is not bad. Like
Yeah.
not so bad. His defending is good also.
Yeah.
So the only question I have now is he needs to stay fit.
Mm,
He's going on 3 months injury now, I think.
mm-hmm.
Oh no, or is it 6 weeks? I think it's
I don't
six
I don't know
weeks.
how long he's going to be out, but I know he
I think
definitely
it's 6 weeks.
has
6
an
weeks.
injury.
Yeah,
Would
so
not start,
yeah,
in a couple
yeah.
games. So
I think it's a
yeah,
great signing. It's a good signing.
you rank him as a good signing.
I think so. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Well, players have been ranked, but one really interesting thing is the Premier
mm,
League is about to start
yeah,
next week. There are
yeah.
very important questions we need to ask ourselves as the Premier League starts, right?
Mm, mm,
Last season, we saw Arsenal do it
mm,
again for the second time, right?
mhm,
To try
yeah,
and win the title.
yeah.
The first question I'll ask, do we think is their year?
Ah,
Is this
I think
Arsenal's year?
I think we had a full video on Arsenal. Okay, is Arsenal's year on two conditions.
Mhm.
And I refer if for those that have not watched that full video we did on Arsenal, you could go back right
And
and
watch
watch
the
that
video.
video. Right. First
Exactly.
condition for it to be
Yeah.
their years, they have to have at least 29 to 30 wins.
Yes. And they have to
Right.
have that squad depth to keep up with Man
Perfect.
City.
Be better, yes, and squad depth.
Yes. Those
And
are important
thirdly,
things.
Arteta just needs to decide that he wants to go for the Premier League and don't chase multiple competitions. Those
If
are
you
the
don't have the
conditions.
team,
Yeah,
don't stress yourself.
yeah,
Right? Go after Prem, win it,
yeah.
get it in the bag.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the next question. Did Man U make the right call to stick with Ten Hag?
That's a difficult question. Like new
I
season.
can answer the question. I can answer the question.
Okay, you answer it.
I think Man U made the right call to stick with Ten Hag. For in my own opinion, I
Why do
think
you
so.
say that?
And
Why?
why I say that is Ten Hag has come in and shown himself as a trophy winning coach, right? He
Yeah,
can win you trophies.
yeah.
It's proven, right? If you've come in
First 2 seasons he's won something.
best to you've won something, I think is enough to give him another season, right?
Mm.
And I think sticking with Ten Hag is not bad. The problems he
And
faced,
maybe you could also say, oh, the signings he's brought in have not been great. But I think Ineos now have
Yes,
taken it
I've
upon
taken
themselves
over
to
exactly.
sign. So maybe things would get better.
Things will get better. And you know he has faced a lot of injury crisis with
Yeah,
players.
yeah,
Last
yeah,
season he struggled. So many people were out injured.
yeah.
So I think sticking with Ten Hag for another season is definitely not a bad idea.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Let's look at the next question. Leicester City, what's going on with them?
Are they
Are
already?
they are they
You know,
already doomed?
remember they have points deduction to start the
Oh
season.
man.
Yes, remember from the championship, they ran away from Premier League. They fought it, they ran away
Mhm.
to championship. Now they
Yeah.
are snapping they are going to start with negative,
Right. They
right?
have Cooper as their coach.
Cooper,
Um
I don't have much confidence.
why don't you have much confidence in Cooper? What's the biggest concern about Cooper?
Yeah. Cooper always has a kind of like a slow start. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, he's been in the Premier League for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you, you are bringing him Cooper for when you are going to start on a negative. Feels like he's starting a relegation battle from the start
Yeah, from the
again.
start. From
I
the
would
start.
say they are doomed.
Ah,
I don't know, but maybe I'm
man.
wrong. And
Yeah.
maybe that's why Maresca ran. He ran for his dear life. Like,
Maybe Maresca could have still cooked with Leicester. He could have still done what he wanted to do. I think bigger opportunities, maybe that's why he left.
yeah.
But we'll see. Which clubs will join the relegation battle? What do you think? Which clubs will join in this relegation battle? I think
I
maybe
think
this year
I
Nottingham
think
Forest
Southampton will go down this year. They just came
again.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ipswich Town, they might be saved.
Who will go in place of them? Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest have not been convincing in the last 2 years. Brentford has been shaky.
Mm.
Um, People that really have not
But they have a
invested.
new coach. We saw Espirito Santo come in and
Yeah,
really
yeah,
change some things, unlock Elanga. Elanga was doing things we didn't expect,
it's
right?
balling.
So Espirito Santo might be doing something next season. Who
Uh,
knows?
I tip Southampton to go down. I know they will go down.
Mm,
Leicester, I'm not so sure, depending on how Cooper does in his first
hmm.
few games.
Yeah,
But I'm not really sure. But I think Ipswich
yeah.
Town will stay up.
You think they'll stay up? So if they stay up, who goes down in place
Who
of
goes
Ipswich
down?
Town?
That's the truth. Like, wow, it's
It's
true.
tough.
It's tough.
Fulham is not going
Everybody is
anywhere. Crystal
Wolves.
Palace is not going
Wolves is
anywhere.
not going
Wolves is
anywhere.
not going anywhere.
Everton is not going anywhere.
Everton, maybe Everton, maybe this is the time. Maybe they will not escape this time.
It's true. But
Maybe they will not escape.
I'm not really sure who gets relegated. You guys
True,
should drop
true,
us a comment on who you think
true,
is getting
true.
relegated. Yeah.
All right. Will Newcastle compete without European distractions?
You know what? We should add Newcastle and West Ham.
Mm,
With
that's
the
true.
new signings West Ham have,
Yeah.
no this thing. And Newcastle. Newcastle, that was the excuse that the Howe gave last season
Mm-hmm.
about European competition, injuries. So we're
Yeah.
going to see them from a different lens this season.
Exactly.
I don't think they'll go higher. They'll
Mm-hmm.
finish in top four. I don't think so. No,
Mm.
I don't think so. They might finish fifth or sixth, but they won't finish in top four. No.
Why
Let
are
me-
you saying that with so much confidence?
I'm
Are you
saying that
saying?
with so much confidence because I feel like there's a cap with Eddie Howe
Tactically?
tactically.
Okay.
There's a cap. He's learning to be in that big job role, but he's doing well.
Mm.
I won't say Eddie Howe is not doing well. He's doing well, but there's a cap,
Do you
right?
think teams have figured it out? Have figured out Eddie Howe's tactics a little bit? Because Eddie Howe had this the season before last
He's
season. He was
tight
very compact,
defensively. Yeah,
defensive.
yeah,
They were
yeah,
very conservative. They,
yeah.
they go through games. Either they win by 1-0 or they very hard to score them. So what happened last season? They were
Last
very
season was a
open.
bit different. Yeah, it
Mhm.
feels like defensively they collapsed,
Yeah.
right? As a team, they were not defending, but you could also say injuries, right? More
Hmm.
competitions.
Yeah.
But
Some players were out
I
for a
feel
long
like
time.
there's a cap with Eddie Howe. But you look at generally teams have upgraded, right? You see Manchester United too. They are going for more players. Ten Hag has been in this league now. This is third season.
Yeah.
There are other people that are improving. Aston Villa is there. But maybe European competition might
True.
affect them. We don't know. But I don't think Eddie Howe will finish in top four. What do you think?
Mm.
What's your
I
personal
I
opinion
see I see Eddie Howe doing better, a lot better than what he did
last
last
season?
season.
Yeah,
There are so many players I see within the squad that have a lot of talent and are very promising.
yeah,
I saw the loss. I wouldn't deny the fact that injuries affected them, but there were
yeah.
moments in the season where I know like this was a tactical error. This is not
Error.
injuries, right? This is you messed up tactically.
Yeah,
So I can see a combination of both last season. But
yeah.
Eddie Howe is a manager that I kind of trust that he will learn from the mistakes of last
He
season.
learns. He
He will
learns.
change some things. And coming into this season, trust.
The
I will
outlets. Yeah,
very similar to what you said. Top six. I see
yeah,
Newcastle finishing
yeah,
top six.
yeah,
Yep, I see them finishing top six for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, you guys, we've come to the end of the podcast. If you're still listening at this point, thank you so much for listening to the whole
Thank you
video.
so much. Yeah,
Make sure you like,
yeah,
subscribe, and
yeah.
turn on the post notifications bell as
Well, I'm
well.
not Johnny to 2K subscribers, so please help us share.
Yeah, share this video.
Yeah, likes also helps the algorithm to recommend us to people.